Hi there, it's Nathan Williams with Crazy Eye Marketing. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to develop a MVP or minimum viable product, and this is the sales funnel edition. So I'm going to show you how to set up the very first portion of a sales funnel. Now to give you some background of why I'm actually recording this video, last week we launched a post called Just Freaking Do It, which is where we explained the concept of an MVP or minimum viable product. And essentially it's the least amount of risk or work versus the greatest amount of measurable results. So that's the concept of the MVP in a brief sentence. And then we talked about showing you the very first step. Now the main issue is so many people get caught up in steps 8, 9, and 10 when they have 10,000 people a day visiting their website or visiting their business. And you don't need to know steps 8, 9, and 10 right away. You need to know step 1. So only focus on that first step. And that was the point of this second portion here. Now if you haven't read this article, I recommend you go read it. It'll take you like 3 minutes to get through the whole thing, and it'll put some stuff into perspective for you. Anyway, towards the end of this article, I broke down for you a MVP, minimum viable product for a sales funnel, and I broke it down into 3 steps. And these are the steps I'm going to show you in this video. So the first step is to learn how to create a list in your email autoresponder service. Now, there are hundreds of email autoresponder services out there. They range in all sorts of different prices, from anywhere from like free to a few $1,000s a month, depending on your needs. We here at Crazy Eye Marketing love and support ActiveCampaign. It's at a great price point. The functionality is off the charts, and we highly recommend it. And it's what we're going to be using in this video. But if you have any other email autoresponder service, they're going to have tutorials out there. Remember, just find that first step. Don't worry about what happens when you have 10,000 people a day going to your website. Don't worry about that. That doesn't apply to you yet. First step. Okay, I think that point's been driven home. So we have our first step, which was to create a list in our email autoresponder service. Okay, so let's go ahead and sign up for ActiveCampaign. They have a try it for free, so they got a free account here where we can try it for free for 14 days, no credit card required. So even if you do have a different autoresponder service, you might want to try ActiveCampaign out. Who knows? You might fall in love. So fill out this information real quick. Hey, welcome to ActiveCampaign. Set your password and confirm your password. So I'm going to fill this stuff out real quick. Now they're just trying to get an idea of who their customer is. So it doesn't really matter what you put here. If you put down 1 million contacts you have or 1 contact, it does not matter. They're just trying to get an idea of who's using their service. Now just hit get started and we're in. So again, what we need to do, first step is create a list. So let's go ahead and create a list. Look, list. That sounds about right. Create a new list. There we go. Let's name it leads. And then of course you have to fill out your company and organization contact information because that's the law. And after you fill out all this information, you just hit create list and boom, we have a list called leads. So we're on the right track. We did the first step, create a list for our autoresponder service. Now the second step is to learn how to create a form for that list in our email autoresponder service. So let's go back to ActiveCampaign and we're on our list section and we're going to go to integrations and forms because we're trying to make a form. Hey, look at this, create a new form. So go ahead and click there. We'll just name this leads form 1 and choose a list for this form, leads, because we want people who go through this form to join our leads list. Now we can hit OK and boom, there we go. We have our first form set up, ready to go. We'll take in their name, we'll take in their email address, and then they can subscribe to our leads email list. Now I hesitate to go over this other portion because we're just trying to do the very bare minimum, the minimum viable product, and we're trying to create a form for that list, which we did. But just as a side note, you see over here on the left-hand side, there are other options and features, like you can add in a header and just drag it around. So you could make it say like join our newsletter, hit update. There's different theme styles, and there's all sorts of other stuff that you don't need to mess with right now, but you see it exists out here in the wild. Okay, so we created our form. Let's go ahead and save it. Good to go. Our form is done. What is step 3? Step 3 is learn how to put that form on your website. So let's go back to ActiveCampaign, and you see down here at the very bottom it says integrate with your site. That's what we want to do, right? We want to have our form on our website. So there are several ways to add the form to your website. You can have embeddable HTML code. So if you copy this and paste it on your website, it'll add a form straight on your website. So if you have like an HTML based website or something along those lines, you can copy this code straight in there, hit save, your form will be live. Now, most of the internet nowadays uses WordPress. Or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say most of the internet, but about 26% of the internet is powered by WordPress, which is a large portion. So if you're using WordPress, you can download their plugin in order to add your form to your website. And then there's also a social sharing. And what this would do is share this link right here. So this link right here is actually your form. So there you go. You can literally send people to this link right here, and they'll go to your form and be able to join your newsletter. So say, for example, you have a lot of Twitter followers. You can copy this link, go to Twitter, and tweet out to your followers to join your email list that way. So that's pretty cool. And then there's also the QR code, which is fancy pants stuff, but it has nothing to do with your website. And also they do have the add to Facebook page. So that's what we're actually going to do right now. We're going to add this form to our Facebook page. So hit add to page. You'll have to select which page you want to add the form to. So I'm just going to select one of my random ones. Add page tab. And right there, your subscription form has been added to the Facebook page. So let's go view our Facebook page and see what it looks like. And here we go. As you can see right here under the subscribe section, we have the newsletter opt-in form right there on our Facebook page. And now people can go ahead and join our newsletter this way. And so there you go. There are the first 3 steps to setting up your minimum viable product for a sales funnel. Now, of course, there's going to be more to it, like you're going to want to add in some automation, an email series, your lead magnet, all that fancy crap, which is super awesome and fun to read about. But doing all that extra research on that stuff before you actually do anything is a huge waste of time. Figure out that first step or those first couple steps to get something out there. Once something is out there, you can start seeing how people react to it and change it around, make it better, test things, and see what really resonates with your audience. But the fact is you have to get stuff out there. And in this video, I showed you how to get out a minimum viable product for a sales funnel. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave comments below. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask me and I will reply. Nathan out.